You're running China's central bank. Suddenly Trump slaps a brutal 104% tariff on your exports. The yuan is collapsing. Your only option? Sell US Treasuries and hope it's enough. But what if that's exactly what US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessant wants? This is the man who stood beside George Soros when they broke the Bank of England, the man who shorted the Japanese yen. Now he's running a new kind of economic warfare, this time against the People's Bank of China, and this time he's got Bitcoin in his playbook. This isn't just a trade war, this is a monetary world war. And Bitcoin? It might be the only escape hatch. I'm Rustin, and today we're breaking down the master plan, how Scott Bessant could blow up China's central bank, destabilize US Treasuries, and why Bitcoin might be the biggest winner. A week ago, Trump's tariffs shook the world. Now, over 70 countries are racing to negotiate new deals. But China refused, and the price is steep. While the US drops tariffs to 10% for compliant countries, China's are raised to 125%. Here's the thing. China's entire economy relies on exports, but the yuan is falling. To prop it up, Beijing must sell US Treasuries, and that's where the real trap begins. Let's rewind. In 1992, George Soros makes $1 billion breaking the pound, but it was Scott Bessant who spotted the flaw. 90% of UK mortgages tied to overnight rates. Bank of England stuck with high rates to defend the pound. The peg cracked, and history was made. Years later, he did it again, shorting the Japanese yen. Now in 2025, he's US Treasury Secretary, and his new target is China. Think about it. If China sells US bonds to defend the yuan, bond yields skyrocket. The Treasury market collapses. The Fed is trapped, cornered between inflation and financial instability. Capital flees Treasuries. Where does it go? Gold, Bitcoin, anything neutral. It's like Black Wednesday, but this time global, and we're already seeing it. The 10-year note yield just surged 60 basis points in 3 days. The S&P 500 dropped 8%. This is one of the biggest divergences in financial history. What's causing it? The basis trade is blowing up. Hedge funds levered 100.1, betting on tiny spreads between cash treasuries and futures, now facing massive margin calls. In 2020, the Fed had to step in with $100 billion a day just to stop the bleeding. But now, they're trapped by inflation. So where does that capital go? Bitcoin. This isn't a bull market, it's panic. And Bitcoin is the lifeboat. It's all part of the plan. Tariff chaos, shock the system, create leverage, reciprocal tariffs, force countries to the table. The Mar-a-Lago Accord, a new Bretton Woods, with America at the center and Bitcoin in the mix. We're witnessing a controlled demolition of the old monetary order. China? They're running out of options. They can't dump treasuries forever. They can't devalue the yuan without risking total collapse. And Bitcoin? It's rising. It's liquid, it's decentralized, and it's not controlled by any state. This isn't a normal market cycle. It's a global collateral realignment. US treasuries are losing their crown. Fiat currencies are cracking, and Bitcoin is stepping into the vacuum. Sovereigns are buying, ETFs are stacking, and the rules of the game are changing. If you're paying attention, this isn't just an opportunity. It's a front row seat to the biggest financial revolution of our lifetimes. Sound money, sound future, Bitcoin.